Stand by for action.
On this week's show, we follow Paul as he races at the World Vets Motocross Championships at Farleigh Castle.
Hello race fans, we got a special for you this week. Where are you, Mrs. Minnie-Ain?
We're back at Farleigh Castle this week
For
the World Championships
Veterans Motocross.
Motocross.
Ta-da! And it has been touch and go whether we were going to be coming here, but we'll tell you more about that.
Right up to the last minute.
Yes, yes. We had a big off last weekend, but we'll tell you about that as the show goes along. Anyway, I think this is our third visit here for this UK version of the World Vets, and what an event it's becoming. We've come down on a Thursday and there's already some people in there parking. I thought we'd be the only ones actually, but somebody's
But no.
no. So very excited this weekend. It's going to be a weekend filled with gin and tonic and painkillers. And cowboy hats galore.
Yeah. Wow. We're here in Bradford upon Avon. And yeah, we're having a little look around this morning. And look what we found. This is a must, even for us gin and tonic lovers.
1502. And being a tea room
Slightly
since the
older than
Victorian
us,
time.
my
Yeah.
dear.
And that pub over there looks good, and I bet they'll do gin and tonic, Mrs. Minnie-Ain.
So we have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, and then almost next door for a G&T in one of the most lovely places. Certainly the window boxes are fairly impressive.
So we're being tourist wankers today.
It had made a nice change for Paul and Sam to explore the local area before the race.
It's the third running of the World Veterans Motocross Championship here at Farleigh Castle on the Wiltshire-Somerset border. Are you excited, Mrs. Minnie-Ain?
I'm very excited.
We have got some of the top riders from around the world, from former Grand Prix days and Supercross riders, and people like me going out there to do well. Hopefully do well anyway. We did have a bit of a spectacular crash last weekend, a little bit worse for wear. A bit of a bruising on my liver and a broken rib and some torn muscles, but we've got some painkillers and we should be doing all right. Elliot's here, he's flown over from Spain.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Minnie-Ain.
Are you not going to say anything in Spanish for us that we can put on YouTube?
No, it's way too early. It's way too early. I brought the hoodie with me. Good thing I did. It's not Spanish weather at all. Not Spanish friendly.
The ground is there, look. It's yellow. Look, we put yellow grass down for you.
I'm surprised they're putting more water down, not going to lie. They've been at it since 6 a.m.
It'll dry out fast here, to be fair.
Gary said.
There's Gary showing off Andy his new flip-flops. Andy's also come over from Spain. You've probably seen him in our Spanish videos.
Guys, on his own, no one else around.
So, Friday afternoon, Mrs. Minnie-Ain.
Sun's out. Guns out.
Yeah, we set our paddock up. Obviously for the chairs and everything in it tomorrow, race day, but we're kind of pretty much set out. So we're just going to do our track walk now. And Mrs. Minnie-Ain is going to give you a scintillating guide to the Farleigh Castle motocross circuit.
I am. I'm just going to put this down over here then. Hello and welcome. We are currently on the Wiltshire-Somerset border, and we are yet again at Farleigh Castle for the biggest veterans motocross race of the season. The gate drops in front of the riders, and nerves of steel and pure adrenaline gets the rider to the first corner. So here we are at the first corner. Every rider wants to be here first. this can make or break the whole race. Just coming up to the third corner. This year it has been extended, so the riders are going full blast into this corner before they go off into the woods. So we've had several fast straights to sort the pack out, and now we're coming up to the first of the major jumps.
So, as Mrs. Minihane has just said, we're going to be coming out of this corner down here. We've had several straights to sort the pack out, and we're going to hit the first of the big jumps. Now, to give you a bit of an idea how big this jump is, there's Mrs. Minihane down there. So the riders are coming up here. There's your takeoff point. You're landing kind of up there in the turn. Mrs. Minihane is now going to try and attempt to get up here. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is.
It was originally a medieval jousting seating area, and this is what the riders have to scale down, and it's massive. I can't even do this little jump here.
We can see that man up there to scale, and believe you me, when you come to the top of that, it's very, very daunting. And you come over that second one, you're into that third one, and then we're literally straight down into this turn here.
So we're in the gully. We've gone through the steps down here. It used to be a very fast straight. A little bit of a kink has emerged, which is going to be slowing the riders down to get back up into the sweeping straight up here. So now we're back into the main arena, where riders will negotiate several uphill and downhill jumps to the finish straight.
Gonna take off in a minute, Andy. I don't really do that much exercise in the gym.
Now the morning qualification sessions start and the nerves rise, and the atmosphere becomes electric. Every rider has a souvenir photo taken before they move into the holding area for their session to commence. The riders head out onto the track for qualifying, and shit's about to get real.
So we did qualifying, And literally, I went to shoot how I was going to do because I've obviously had a big off last week, and it was touch and go whether we were going to be riding this weekend. But we did all right, didn't we, Mrs. Miniane?
We did, indeed.
So, obviously, there's a lot of ex-Grand Prix and Supercross riders, so I knew I wasn't going to make the A group, but I made the main gate in Group B, which I'm pleased with. 25th gate pick, and I did take it easy, so I was happy with that. So let's see how we go in the race. Surprisingly, I did have some painkillers at 9 o'clock.
About 9:15, yeah.
So they're doing okay. I've got my first race coming up shortly. But I didn't feel any problems at all, just breathing really.
Which is fairly important.
Yeah, bit tight on the old breathing. But other than that, we were good. It has rained a bit, the track's slick in places. So, yeah, Sam's hair's gone frizzy. So we'll just be trying not to make any silly mistakes really, because picking the bike up with my ribs will be probably a bit more of the problem. But I didn't like the staircase going downhill. Every time I come to that I was dreading it, but we did it, so we're okay. We're going to be gone for a good weekend. So we did race 1. I got an okay jump on the gate, but I still kind of like didn't know how it was going to be. Still a bit apprehensive, so backed off a bit, and it still seemed to be quite a good start as we came out the first turn. So I wasn't too sure whether I wanted to be that far up, did I, Mrs. Minnie? Then two riders had a bit of a coming together in the second turn in front of me. That held me up a bit. And then I was behind Matt for a lap or two. I was probably just riding a little bit too cautious, probably the whole race too cautious, and I kind of settled down into a bit of a groove. But as I say, too cautious really to the race. It was still quite slick. We're going to have completely the opposite. The next one's going to be very dry and dusty, very difficult conditions to see by the looks of it. I don't know if they're going to put any water down. So now I do need a good start and probably not ride so cautiously. But I had 25th out of that gate, so when you're up against some of the best here in the country, I'm quite happy with that, considering Tuesday we didn't even know we were going to be here, did we, Mrs. Minnie?
No, we didn't. No, and to be fair, we've always said that if you could ride, we'd still come along anyway, so it wouldn't have been the same, but it's quite nice to have one race under our belts, I guess.
Yeah, and to be fair, this morning was the first day I've been able to get out of bed without any help from Mrs. Minnie because I've been so bad. So we're good about that. And we're only on painkiller number 3 and 4 now. So we're doing okay throughout the day. Not too bad. One more to go for today. Dun, 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 dun. So, me and Mrs. Minihane are sat in the van, about to do our post-race wrap-up from race 2 Saturday, and sadly our wrap-up for the weekend. Starting with the race first, didn't get the best start on that one actually. Front end come up as the gate dropped, I was a little bit too keen. Then going down towards the third turn, I think it was, there was a rider went down in front of me, and he kind of like lay there, and I was onto the outside, so I couldn't get round him, and most of the pack went sweeping through on the inside. Settled down, picked a few places back off, but just got a lowly, I think 27th, wasn't it, Mrs. Minihane?
Yes, it was.
Anyway, halfway through that race, so last week I got took out in the first turn, and we had to go to hospital. I had a CT scan. We got a bruised liver and one broken rib, but the main thing was the muscle damage around the back and side. Halfway through that second race, I was just desperate for that checkered flag to come out. Really struggling to breathe. It was so sore. I felt every bump went through my body. Anyway, I had some painkillers again last night. Had a terrible night, didn't we, Mrs. Minihane?
Yeah.
And Mrs. Minihane had to help me out of bed because I couldn't even get up. It was the muscle damage more than nothing to do with the rib and the liver. I even made a cup of coffee this morning in the hotel, and I could hardly lift the kettle. Had some painkillers on this way here this morning. 3 of them. Nothing has touched it. Mrs. Minihane has probably had to pack most of the stuff down this morning, haven't you, Mrs. Minihane?
Yes, I have, but I managed it.
She did, and I've been stuck without her because literally, when I bend down is the worst. I look like a 121-year-old man or something. I just can't bend down. Absolute agony. So, made the good call, probably. It knocks me to pull out of a race. And really gutted as well because I'd lost 2 stone. We've trained through the winter, all aimed at this weekend's event. But motocross can be a cruel sport. Last weekend we got fetched off, and that was it.
Ruined the whole year's planning. But
yeah.
You know, we are walking away and living to fight another day. So.
But I will be in the over 60s next year, and I will probably be one of the youngest in the over 60s. So we're going to train hard again and do it all again. Go team, go. So yeah, sad end to this weekend, but we give it our best shot. I mean, the doctors did say that I was mad, but they always say that when you're injured anyway, so don't ride again or whatever, or don't do it. But we give it our best shot. And as I said, the first race, qualifying and first race yesterday, I was gobsmacked. I rode with the painkillers, no problem at all. But halfway through that second race, even Sam says you looked like I was struggling.
Yeah. When you're riding round and I can tell that you just want to hug yourself. It's, yes. Yeah, not a good sign.
So that was it. So our World Championship exploit. And guys, I should have been battling with. Like I'm battling with regularly, they're like 6 or 7 spots further up the field, and but I was doing my best just to stay where I was. I wouldn't been giving any challenge to them or whatever. So that was it. That's our Vets weekend done. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you like our videos and want to watch what other exploits we'll be up to. I have got a regional championship next weekend. We will see. Because I've got a busy week at work this week, and it's manual work that I do. So, Mrs. Minihane?
Well, we'll just wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see.
Apparently, I can't use the little bell to call for assistance whilst lying on the settee all week.
No.
The sandwiches and...
You know, grapes don't peel themselves, do they? So...
No, yeah. Apparently not, no. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Bye.